With its long history and ancient civilization, Iran has a lot to tell about its glorious past. The Abgine Museum will provide you with a rare and fascinating glimpse into the history of glassware and pottery in Iran. It's a strange yet amazing experience, walking back in time and observing parts of a country's ancient civilization. You kind of feel humbled as you witness centuries of art and its glory. This building was built over 90 years ago for the personal lodging of Ahmad Qavam, Iran's prime minister of the time. The museum opened in 1980 and was registered in the list of National Heritage in 1998. Pottery is one of the most ancient crafts on the planet. For historians, it can provide an insight into a culture's life, religion, and the way that culture perceives the world. The art of pottery in Iran dates back to the dawn of civilization. In this museum, you get the chance to see this unique art form as it develops throughout the centuries. The oldest pottery works in this collection date back to the 1st and 2nd millennium BC. As time went on, outstanding changes began to take place.
In this museum, we have 7 rooms. In the first floor, we have 3, and in this floor, we have 4 rooms. From 1976 to 1978, Hans Hollein designed all the showcases. The object has chronological order.
During the Islamic civilization, masters of clay works who were inspired by the Holy Quran created masterpieces in Kufi manuscripts. Clay works began bearing motifs and inscriptions, such as epic poems and miniatures.
I was very impressed by the building itself, which is very fine, the architecture. This museum is really one of the finest and greatest I have ever seen. I took many pictures. It's a small and very, very delicate building. You come into the building and you have the impression that you come into something very precious. The light was passing through some of these items. And I also very much enjoyed the way the items are presented. I come from Greece. It's my first time in Iran.
Holidays, we have different tourists from different countries. We have tourists from United States, and also we have tourists from Europe.
Natural glass has existed since the creation of the earth. The earliest man-made glass objects in Iran, however, date back to the 1st millennium BC. The collection also includes glassworks that belong to the Achaemenid time, as well as glass objects that were made in the Sassanid and the early Islamic period. One of the most attracting displays in the museum is perhaps the tiny perfume bottles that were made in the 2nd and 1st millennium BC.
I've come from Australia, and this museum was on my list of things to do while I was in Iran, and so I was particularly impressed when I walked up to see this beautiful building that it's housed in. And as I've been walking around, I've been really impressed by the way the articles are displayed, the glassware with the light to show its true beauty, because glassware can be very delicate and hard to see the detail of it somehow. And it's just spaced out lovely, and I particularly like the box in there with all the little pieces that was quite nicely done, and it's just a really calm, beautiful place to look at beautiful artwork.
Abgine Museum is one of those places that surely deserves a visit. After all, history is not just written in books. Hoda Lezgi for Iran.